was that?
I thought you said a lot of people were coming.
So how is the convention going so far? Somebody loves you? A lot of love? Are you feeling the Canadian Calgary Expo?
Thank you, Mom.
Have you had a good time so far? Because I know you haven't done a lot of conventions for Game of Thrones like this. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Define convention. No, this is my first one. I pop my cherry in Calgary.
And we should mention there are mic runners on the floor, so right in the middle, if you put up your hands, they will find you. Can you wave, mic runners? There you are. So please, this con's all about you guys, so get some questions ready for Peter and Lena.
I have one for Lena. Apparently, this was actually the first time that the two Sarah Connors actually met. So you met Linda a couple of nights ago. How did that go? Well, it's me on stage with you. It's AJ over here. Yeah. Hi. I know my voice is coming from out there. It's a little confusing.
I thought it was so far away that it was a delay.
So how was it meeting Linda Hamilton?
Do you know what? It's been ages. I've wanted to meet her for a long time, and she's fucking awesome. She's amazing. Very cool lady.
Before you did Sarah Connor Chronicles, were you a fan of the original Terminator in T2?
I'd seen T2. I'm terrible at all this. But she's just amazing. How can you not love Hamilton? She got guns.
So in terms of Game of Thrones, you know, obviously the books are so beloved, George R. R. Martin's books. When you two got involved with it, I'm sure the first scripts you saw were great, but does it surprise you the degree to which it's become the cultural phenomenon that it has? Because it's not just a big show. I think it has gone into phenomenon territory. Did that surprise you? Was it gratifying? How did you feel, and when did you know?
I enter everything I do with the idea that it will be a phenomenon. No. You never know. Just because we love it doesn't mean anyone else loves it, usually in my experience with some movies that I've done that nobody has ever seen. But, no, it works.
I've seen those.
It's great. It boils down to great storytelling.
You love the scripts right out of the gate when you saw them, and you two have seen a lot of scripts over your career. So did you know did you get a sense right away how amazing the writing was?
I found out about it because Pete and I did a little movie in LA that no one saw. And he was reading the script and he went, "This is kind of cool. I'm reading the script. I'm getting a blowjob. My sister's shagging her brother." It's a true story. And I said, "That sounds amazing." And here we are.
Hey, Lena, read it. I'm getting a blowjob.
It's a quote.
Well, did you ever consider doing Tyrion with that voice?
Hey, Lannister always pays his debts.
Of course, at a convention like this, you get the opportunity to meet the fans and hear their feedback and all their comments, but you can do that anytime you want by going on the internet and visiting sites like Tumblr and Facebook posts. Do you often do that and see like the memes and the viral, like the parodies and all the things that are out there? Do you pay attention to that stuff?
Pete is never off it. I know. Directly into your brain.
I don't surf for comments about us because they're all really great and it'll just go to my head.
Yours are.
But I love the spoofs. I love like my favorite new one is the like the Baywatch version of Game of Thrones on the internet. It's really funny. I like that one.
Cool. So
there's one with twin sisters playing harps in the middle of the castle, the theme song.
Oh, I've seen that one. Yeah.
So post some memes, they'll see them. Let's open it up to the floor for questions. Hello, sir.
Hello. Hi, everyone. Thanks very much for coming. It's a great honor to have the first question. I'd like to ask on character development. I know a few of the actors from the show have read ahead in the books and they know the direction the characters are going to go. I'm not going to spoil anything, don't. I'm wondering what your process is like for both of you when you're reading the script. Do you know what's coming up? Have you read to the 5th book? Do you talk to George and find out the exact direction to where Tyrion and Cersei are going?
Peter?
I haven't read the books because I'm one of those people who I can't read the books after I see the movies, and I can't read. Yes. Anyway, but of course, out of curiosity, with Dave and Dan and Brian, who's our story editor, they know everything, so I can't help but ask them. So I know up until what George has written, what happens to Tyrion. Yes. I get the Cliff Notes.
I also have not read the books.
Which is why George is probably killing
George
off
here?
Tyrion and Cersei in book 6. Because he knows that we haven't. I think we're the only 2 in the cast that haven't read it.
We did a panel sitting next to George the other day, and both had to say we hadn't read the book. So we may die. I actually, a lot of my friends and my mom read them, and so I kind of gather bits of information from them, and of course we get the scripts from David and Dan, and you know, there's a little bit of intuitive use of where they're going. Can I just say thanks for coming? It's a little bit overwhelming. There's not.
I feel like we're the opening act for a hockey game or something.
You weren't told?
Yeah. What are you guys really here for?
They're like, we're in the wrong room, we can't leave now.
Let's go back to the floor.
Hi.
Hi.
I know in season 2 there's a scene between you two in which Cersei pushes Tyrion, and as I understand it, that was a plan. So I was wondering if you guys have the opportunity to do a lot of ad-libbing with your lines or improv, depending on if you think the character would say something or do something.
Correct, that wasn't planned. Lena had a protein shake that morning. And I had probably had some pints the night before. I loved it, it worked. I love happy accidents like that, personally. But, no, I mean, those scripts are so good. It's tricky to change anything, and I think that's arrogant of an actor to think they can. I mean, there are things on the day that sometimes, given the environment, you know, they will write a scene for a sunny day and it's pouring rain, and we'll make do in the last minute and change things up. But and Dave and Dan and the other writers are always there, which is a huge help, and they're always open to any suggestions, but it's really a minimum amount, because it's poetry.
Just quickly, I want to ask you, you talked a little bit about George.
Oh, yes.
Oh!